Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be making lamb in soy sauce. In terms of my ingredients, I've got lamb, I've got onions. You'd need a lot of onions for this recipe. I've got ginger, garlic and chili paste. That's according to taste. And then I've got salt and MSG. Now if you don't want to use MSG, you can use the chicken stock cubes. That brings in a nice flavor. And then in terms of my sauces, I've got oyster sauce and soy sauce. Now what I'll do is in a pan, I will add in my lamb. Now you can actually make this recipe without any oil as well, just because lamb does give out a lot more. There's a lot more fat in there and it does become a bit oily in there. What I've done is I've just used spray oil and I've just sprayed my pan with some oil, and then I've just put in my lamb in there. What we'll do once we've added in the lamb, we'll just cover it up and let it cook off. We'd want all the water to evaporate and for it to start to get that nice golden brown color. Remember, brown isn't burnt. Brown is adding flavor to this, so this is actually going to taste really good. Once it has browned off, what we'll do is we'll add in our salt and our MSG and ginger, garlic and chili paste. Reserve some for a bit later as well. As you know, I do that with my cooking. So we'll give that a nice stir. Now I have been cooking this in medium heat, and depending on the quantity of lamb you've got, it does take a wee while to get to this stage. I'm not using a lot of lamb today. I'm not cooking a lot, so this has taken me about 10 minutes to get to that stage. Once you add in your ginger, garlic and chili paste, you want to cover it off and cook it off for 2 minutes, just so you can get that rawness away. And once that's done, then you'd want to add in your water. So I've got some water boiling, and we'll add that in. And the reason for this is just so that it can help us soften the meat, really, just because I'm using lamb shoulder here and it does take a wee while for it to cook. So we'll add in our lamb, again depending on the quantity you've got and the type of meat you've got. Some lamb can take a while to cook, some lamb doesn't take that long to cook, so you would know what kind of lamb you've got. At this stage you can add in your sauces as well, but what I like to do is I like to wait until there's a bit of water has evaporated before I add in my sauces, sorry. So you can see that the water has evaporated, so there is still a bit of water in there. So at this stage I'll add in my oyster sauce and my soy sauce. So I've added about 1.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce, and I've added about 8 tablespoons of soy sauce. Now it does depend on how you prefer, how dark you prefer your soy sauce. So it's entirely up to you, and you can make it the way you prefer. If you're not too sure what color you want, you can always build on it as well. So add in your soy sauce, cook it off for a bit, and if you want it a bit darker, then you can add more soy sauce to this. So we'll cover it up and let it cook off for a bit, just so the lamb has soaked in all the flavors. Now once that's done, we'll give it a stir, and we'll add in our onions as well. Now you can add some carrots and celery to this as well. We're actually having it as a chaser, so we'll just be adding onions, because obviously as a chaser you don't want to be eating a bit of veggies there. So we'll give that a stir, and I'll add in a bit of the ginger, garlic and chili paste as well, just to bring in that freshness, and we'll cover it up and cook it off for about a minute or so, because you don't really want to cook off your onions fully. So given that a stir, and like I said, I'll add in the ginger, garlic and chili paste in there. Give that a stir and cover it up and let it cook off for a bit. There we go. Now, if you do want a bit of gravy, if you're having this with rice, cassava, dalo, then you can add in some water, and you can add in corn flour just to thicken it all up as well. Like I said, we're having it as a chaser, so we won't be adding in anything else. That's looking really nice. I've cooked off my onions more than I wanted it to, but that's regardless, that's still looking really good. There we go. I've just served it up and garnished it with some coriander. Do let me know what you think of the recipe. If you like my content, feel free to like, share and subscribe. Take care, guys. Bye.